I'm John Walker. Welcome back to Bearcat Update.
Welcome back to Bearcat Update. I'm your host, John Walker, and we finally have the first set of basketball seasons under our belt for the 2020-21 season. Northwest women's basketball started its season with a 64-56 loss against Northeastern State last Thursday, but turned things around on Saturday with a 70-62 win against Rogers State. The men's basketball team started its season with an 86-78 win against Rogers State following the women's game on Saturday. The men didn't play against the Riverhawks last Thursday due to positive COVID-19 tests in the men's program of Northeastern State. Although we just entered the winter season, this is our last episode of the semester, and what a better way to end it with highlights from this season. Let's take a look at the interesting things we saw this season.
COVID-19 has postponed normal life as we know it, but Northwest athletes are still waiting for the opportunity to do what they love. I talked to Aaron Fitzgerald, Maddie Kruger, and Richie Sanders about how COVID affected them personally.
20 of our girls got it. And so we got to practice for a week. And within that week, at the end of the weekend, about 15 of us had it.
My mom tested positive and then she got through it just fine. I live with 5 people. Other people, 4 of them tested positive, so I had to quarantine for a long time, basically like 2 weeks. I never had a positive test, but I didn't feel very good for a while. So I know a lot of people that have had it.
I've been quarantined twice this semester, back to back, and then after I got back for a second quarantine, I actually got COVID a few days later.
Northwest esports is in full swing of the season as they've been competing for the last couple weeks. The League of Legends competition team has a current record of 7-2 and sits at 5th in the overall standings of esports. Ryan Hawkins talked about why his team has been successful this season.
I think that we would mostly be successful off of, we play a lot. Like, we have scheduled practices on Tuesdays where we'll come into the lab from 8 to 10, and then we have our games right on Wednesday. But outside of that, we have a community of this team, so we'll just sit around whenever we're not doing homework or whatever, when we're supposed to be doing homework, and we'll just play games. It's a good community, it's building teamwork, and you can really see it in the way that we play.
Serena shares the changes they've made from this season's from previous seasons.
It's definitely changed the environment we played in. So we don't have fans. Well, we have some fans, but not as many as last year. So we've had to produce that energy ourselves, which has been challenging, but I think we've done pretty well.
Coach Mazzaro shares with us who she thinks their toughest opponent is in this season.
It might sound cliche, but I do feel like we are going to be our own toughest opponent. I think putting good pressure on ourselves to compete in our own gym is going to be the biggest challenge.
Northwest Intramurals recently started its 3v3 basketball league in the rec center. The athletes have been playing for 2 weeks now, and the rec center workers have been helping to enforce COVID mitigations. Athletes are given temperature checks and asked questions about health before playing in the games. I talked to rec worker Heather Parr about what that process has been like for her.
It's kind of difficult just because some people don't like to listen to it, or it's hard for them to breathe is their excuse, which I understand. I completely get it. Having the mask is kind of a pain, but we have to do it. If we want it to be over with faster, we have to enforce it earlier.
For junior Zach Cush, he talked about why intramurals is important for him and everyone else involved.
It means a lot because intramurals are a great time. It's a great brotherhood thing, and it's just a great thing for I think the campus and the community, the students here in general. And so it's really awesome, and I'm excited to see what the rec center and what they're doing for intramurals.
The senior captain of the Steppers, Debrielle Petit Merrill, said her mom has been someone who's been a role model in her learning of cooking.
But being home was a really nice opportunity. My mom is practically a chef. I'm the youngest of 7, so she's used to cooking great meals for large crowds. So she taught me a lot, and it was just really nice to be home and have the time to put into cooking a whole meal.
T. Merrill says cooking is a lot like dance in a couple different ways.
Dance, I feel is really unique because it kind of blends that line between sport and art. And dance is something that you have to put your whole heart into to do well. And I was really shocked that cooking is the exact same. If you just toss some things in a pot and just hope for the best, it's not going to happen. But if you're attentive and you're doing it with someone you really love, like your family, then it's so much more fun and enjoyable, and everything just turns out a little better.
Dealing with the pandemic this semester was difficult, but it gives us a look inside the lives of Bearcats. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Bearcat Update on KNWT, Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. We had many athletes putting in extra work throughout the semester. Let's take a look at a few of those.
Senior Bailey Pickering has spent the last couple months working on improving his skills as a long snapper for the Bearcats. He's been doing workouts on his own at Bearcat Stadium, and he talked about how the postponed season has been somewhat beneficial for him.
I think for me personally, it's been different because I have more time to improve how I'm going to do things. I don't think that I am at the peak of where I can be snapping wise, so I think it's helped me, I get a little bit more time to perfect that and keep improving on that. So it definitely helps me out in that aspect.
Pickering said he likes to keep note of what he wants to work on from day to day to become a better player for the Bearcats.
I kind of, before I come out here, I kind of think like what I want to work on, or if I had a rough day doing something the day before, then I'll come out and work on that. So it kind of depends day by day, but yeah, definitely just recently being able to feel how my body's moving and like noticing, okay, well, I need to do this so that I can improve this. Like it all ties together. And you may come out here and work on one thing and you fix that, but then you have to tighten up something else because you just lost something on the back end.
Even though the players are working together to achieve the same goal, they want to impact the team in distinct ways.
I want to be able to be a constant factor every day. I want people to be able to look up to me a little bit and know that I'm going to be the same every single day.
Lead by example. Just work hard every day at practice, communicate, and just try, like Hawk said, never have a bad day.
Just a constant light, and whenever someone comes to me, they can come to me for anything. And just someone who worked their butt off in everything they did and gave good energy, effort, had good attitude every day, and just someone that made the team better in the ways I can.
Just because there are no weekly games doesn't mean this season is easier than others.
I think, again, it's all about the focus and staying on track of your end goal. The pandemic, it's brought a lot of different things, but I think the focus and making sure you're on track of your grades, your just weights and your nutrition, just all of it.
It's taught me not to take anything for granted because anything can be taken from you at any moment. It can be completely out of your control, but it's taught me to keep going and come out every day ready to play.
We are going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we take a look back at some of our best moments from the semester right here on Bearcat Update on KNWT Channel 8. Welcome back to Bearcat Update. We all make mistakes and, of course, have our blank moments. Let's take a look back at some of my bloopers from this semester. For the bump, I'm finna say, I was good. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Northwest Athletic. Just keep it rolling. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Northwest Athletic of Directives when sports eventually resume. The station will. Oops. For now, we're going to take another quick break, and when we'll.
That was good.
Oh, our reporter Chase Chambers met with Coach Mayor. Do we have a pink light? Is that a thing? Northwest is working on a decision to allow fans to wait. Thanks, Dylan. Shh. What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning out. Thanks, Chase. Both teams will travel Saturday to Claremore, Oklahoma to battle. What even, Jonathan? Would you want to see some real speed? Thanks, Chase. We're going to take a quick break. No. We about this. I'm not sure who that was, but our athletes here at Northwest have pregame rituals, and apparently so do hosts before we film every single week. Let's take a look at mine. Put a sound effect over that in post, like a dinosaur or something. Hold on, here goes the yawn. Here goes the yawn. We knew it was about to happen. We knew. How about the yawn again? Sleeper boy. That is going to wrap things up for this week's episode of Bearcat Update and the semester. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at BearcatUpdate_8 and catch all of our episodes on YouTube at KNWT8. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next semester. We good? Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Eat it. Salsa. All right. Boom. 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 Boom.
Action!
I'm John Walker. Welcome back to Bearcat Update.
What's up, guys? Thanks for staying tuned all the way through this episode to see my failures from the semester and everybody else's triumphs. To see last week's episode, click up here. And for all of our previous episodes this semester, click down here. We'll see you in the spring.